Hello, everyone.
Hello.
This is my husband, Petey.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Petey, this is your first live?
It is.
Yay!
Very exciting.
We've kind of had the giggles, so we did some grounding right before this, so that way we could speak clearly to you guys. So, Petey and I have been together for 8 years, married for how many years now?
Coming up on our third.
Coming up on our third.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. If only we had essential oils to use as our wedding favors.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah, it would have.
So we're super excited to do this live. I'm going to invite just a few people who mentioned that they were interested in it. Hello, friends who are watching. Thank you so much. Good morning. So I just sent out just to a couple people who first popped up on my list, the invite. Good morning, Jenny. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So like we mentioned earlier, we had the giggles, we did some grounding, and we're good to go. So I thought that it would be really interesting for you guys to hear from my husband's perspective, a different perspective, a male perspective, all that kind of stuff on essential oils. So it's one thing to just hear from the person selling them, right? Sometimes you get that block in your mind about the intentions, but I think you guys all know me well enough to know that my intention is to really bring you guys health and happiness and well-being. And yeah, so you ready to get started, Petey?
Sure.
Let's do this.
Awesome.
Okay, so Petey, you were super skeptical of essential oils at first, correct?
Absolutely.
So when I first started using essential oils, what were your thoughts?
Great. We're going to get into something where we're going to lose a bunch of money, just dumping money into something that we really didn't have the extra money for. So I was a little nervous to start, that's for sure.
So you kind of thought of essential oils as a luxury thing.
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
Yeah. So would you say that your opinion is different now?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so you see it as more of a health thing.
It really does. It changes the way your body acts. I mean, really, your everyday life and everything is a little bit different. You use essential oils, it helps out. You can eliminate a lot of things that you thought you would need every single day that can be replaced with essential oils.
So what is the oil that changed your mind?
Oh, absolutely, eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus, everybody. Okay, so tell everybody your story with the eucalyptus.
Well, for the people that don't know me, I worked for the past 5 years inside of greenhouses growing annual flowers. So inside there, you get a lot of pollen, a lot of things that can really, make breathing tough. So I'd get home after work and I'd be sitting there complaining, this kind of sucks. I can't breathe. What do I do? I need some allergy medication. Before Chelsea would reach and get me any sort of, pill-based pharmaceutical, she started putting on the eucalyptus. And it was amazing, just the change in how it opened it up so I could actually breathe again. It was quite enjoyable not having to take a pill to get relief.
I remember you were so excited to when it first worked, you were like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it got to the point with the eucalyptus, especially that Petey was just going to the nursery and telling everybody how they needed to get a eucalyptus in their life. So that is one that we do not run out of here in the Scavera household is the eucalyptus or the Breathe. The Breathe blend is pretty good too from doTERRA.
Absolutely.
But, so I had the experience with the doTERRA oils, and then like Petey said, the money thing came up, right? So instead of buying the doTERRA oils, I just went to the local co-op and bought oils from the co-op. So Petey, can you tell the difference between the doTERRA oils versus the oils that I was buying from the co-op?
Oh, absolutely. It's totally different. It's like going to the store and wanting to get yourself a pack of cookies or something. You can go buy the store brand one, which kind of tastes like cardboard, or you can get yourself some Chips Ahoy, which as everybody knows, are great.
What a perfectly appropriate PD example. My husband, aside from loving a eucalyptus, also loves cookies.
Yeah.
So you can tell the difference. Like, can you tell the difference in just the smell, or is it like the smell and what they actually do for you?
Well, the smell of it, I mean, you can put 6 drops of the cheap stuff versus, 1 drop of doTERRA, and it's like, you're going to get the same results from that 1 drop versus the 6 of the cheap stuff. And honestly, that 1 drop usually is a lot better.
Yeah, that's such a good point that, like, when we think about the eucalyptus I was buying from the co-op, we'd have to buy it, like, every 2 weeks? And now the eucalyptus that we've had from doTERRA has lasted us months.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Like, what a great, when you start to think about, like, the money and the big picture, right, of, like, cost per use, doTERRA is probably actually cheaper. Yeah,
when you figure out your cost per use, I mean, you're putting 6 drops in versus 1, and the bottles are fairly similar size. So in reality, you're getting a better bang for your buck, even though it costs a little bit more to you up front.
Yeah, and then, I mean, I wasn't, like, putting a eucalyptus on your chest when you were getting it from the co-op, but now we can put a eucalyptus with the doTERRA stuff. You can use that stuff topically, especially with the fractionated coconut oil. Because I know when I tried to use the eucalyptus from the co-op, it actually, like, made me a little red and felt like I was breaking out. And I don't have that experience with the doTERRA eucalyptus.
Yep. No, for sure.
So, okay, so we love a eucalyptus. That's the oil that changed it all, took us from total skeptic to believer. So once you bought into the oils, PD, like, what else are you using oils for now?
Really a lot of things. I mean, one of the other ones I use quite a bit is the Deep Blue.
Ooh, what do you use the Deep Blue for?
Deep Blue I use for a lot of muscle aches, pains. I mean, I've been through a lot of trauma as far as injuries in my life. So finding something that's natural versus having to go take an ibuprofen or worst case, a painkiller, which is what I hate. I can replace that with the Deep Blue. It provides relief, and it's not overpowering, or it's not going to knock you out for the day. You can go about your life and do everything. It doesn't smell, it has somewhat of an aroma, but it's nothing that you're like, ooh, where's that person? What are they calling them? Jeez.
So, right, like, how old were you when you were first prescribed a painkiller?
12 years old. I was on opiates for almost 8 months straight.
So, like, 12 years old, and people are skeptical of essential oils, right? Like, doesn't it seem kind of silly now to think
absolutely.
To think that we were so skeptical of an essential oil and so, like, weirded out by it, but then had no qualms about a 12-year-old being prescribed opiates.
Yeah, like it was no big deal.
Whereas now, if you think about it, like, if you had the Deep Blue after the knee injuries,
absolutely.
I mean, you might have needed something at 12 years old to deal with.
But I could have eliminated the fact that I was a zombie for 8 months. I could have actually lived my life somewhat normal versus, taking those and wanting to sit on the couch for 16 hours and watch The Price is Right.
I mean, not to mention, like,
do something.
The addictive qualities
of
absolutely. It as well.
Absolutely.
12 years old. Like, what do you do with that? So, okay, so we love the Deep Blue for body aches. So PD's had how many knee surgeries have you had?
I've had 5 total with 2 reconstructions.
So 5 knee surgeries with 2 reconstructions, and Deep Blue helps the knee pain.
Oh, absolutely.
That's incredible.
Absolutely.
So that's super important to know, that if you or anybody else is, like, recovering from the surgery, that Deep Blue may be really, really beneficial for you.
Absolutely.
So
helps with my sciatic pain too. I have a sciatic nerve issue, and it really does calm the flare-ups down with that.
And I know the other oil that you like to use for the copia, for the sciatic nerve, is the copia. So, like, tell me your experience when I put the copia on for the area of the sciatic nerve.
The best way I can describe it is imagining you're wringing out a towel, and you have it nice and tight, and it's all dripping out. And when you let loose of it, it kind of airs back out. That's what kind of it feels like in my back when that works itself in. It takes a few minutes for it to get to where it needs to, but as it is getting there. You can almost like feel what it's doing and just releasing, and the relief it provides is unbelievable.
So would you say that the Copia and the Deep Blue are both like equally effective for pain?
Yeah, absolutely. Used in conjunction with each other, they definitely provide a nice relief for you.
We're a huge fan of adding a couple drops of Copia to our Deep Blue rub. And it's like a whole new level of pain relief. Major fans of that. Like, I've been wondering when doTERRA is going to just go ahead and add Copia to the Deep Blue. Would you say they're different sensations, like the Copia versus the Deep Blue?
Yeah, the Deep Blue, for anybody that's taken like a Bengay or something like that, where you get that little bit of a numbing, it does provide that, whereas the Copia is more of, you don't get the numbing of it. It's just more directly right to you versus, a little more of an outer body while it works itself in.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
So what else do you use oils for?
Yeah, going back on, because of my doctors when I was young, my stomach's pretty screwed up because of that. And one of the ones I use to provide relief, especially when I, get belly aches, is peppermint. It really just provides a nice soothing relief. If I travel back home to New England, 14 hours in the car, you throw some of that in our car diffuser, and it really provides relief on the road.
Yeah, we haven't used Dramamine or any type of Tums or anything since we invested in a little car diffuser and put peppermint in on our drives. And remember how helpful having the cheer blend was this last drive when we were exhausted?
Kidding. You aren't kidding.
Speaking of, what did we diffuse all the time? Okay, so our last drive was just at the beginning of February. We were out in New Hampshire for the week. And so we had our peppermint, our cheer, but the oil that we were diffusing every single day and applying all over us.
On guard.
Okay, and why were we doing that, PD?
Because everybody in our family seemed to catch the flu while we were out there. And that's the last thing we needed to do, was catch the flu when we were about to do another 16-hour ride back home and also visit my 92-year-old grandmother. Yeah.
So, we can't get Botch sick, right? She's 92, and we don't want to get sick either. Yeah. The flu is no fun, and this flu's been knocking people out for weeks. And so PD and I, like we said, we used On Guard like crazy. I kept it diffusing in the house all day. We put it in the car diffuser during the week and applied it topically. Yeah, and we used our hand soap, our doTERRA On Guard hand soap. And did we get the flu?
No.
We did not get the flu, you guys.
Get a runny nose.
And we were with people the room next door to us. He had the flu. Had to go to the doctor, get the Tamiflu, get everything. So On Guard is like a lifesaver, you guys. It is a lifesaver, and it does smell good. It smells like oranges and cloves and cinnamon, and it's so good.
Kind of has a black licorice in it too.
Yeah. Mom, what was the oil that you're asking, and is it dog safe? I think you asked peppermint. So, okay, so here's my little spiel about pets and oils. What I've learned, and of course I encourage people to do their own research, talk to their own vets, get to know their own animals. But there is a vet that works for doTERRA. And so I watched a training with her, and the biggest message was don't diffuse your oils in a concentrated place with with your pets. So you wouldn't want to put your diffuser on in the bathroom and then lock your cat in the bathroom for 7 hours, right? You can, if you put it on in your living room and your pets can wander freely, you'll be fine. They'll be fine. And peppermint, don't be afraid to use these. So doTERRA, right? Don't be afraid to use these topically. Peppermint, rub it right on the belly, and that can help. Oh, yeah. Also, using peppermint internally can help with the bellyache as well. A couple drops in your water in the morning. Perfect. Beautiful. Good to go. And your water is going to make your breath taste amazing and smell amazing, too. Okay, so we talked about On Guard. We talked about peppermint belly aches. So a lot of this stuff has been physical, which is cool because, people need to, like, it's great to understand that there's the physical impact. But what about emotions? If you're feeling low, if you're having a shitty day, like, what's the oil you're going to ask me to put in the diffuser?
That's easy. Lemongrass.
Lemongrass
Is just, I love the aroma of that. And it just has that uplifting feeling to it.
So, yeah. So imagine you've had a shitty day. It's been full of stress. You're just like on the edge. And I put in a couple drops of lemongrass, maybe 2 drops of lime with it because I like to balance out the lemongrass a little bit. How is it making you feel all of a sudden?
I don't feel as angry, to be honest. It's like, I don't know, it just kind of it cuts the edge a little bit, You're happy to be where you are, away from the crap that was making you feel like shit. It just puts you at ease a little bit, I guess, is the way to describe it. And for me, it's just, I hate being stressed, so anything that can relieve the stress for me, whether it be, sitting down, throwing some of that on, just relaxing, it's really nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that you have a favorite oil for that. And it's great because when I was checking in with him on this, I was wondering what oil do you use for your emotions, Petey? I knew the eucalyptus, I knew the peppermint, I knew the deep blue, but it's but what's the one if you're feeling low? And so lemongrass, I'm glad I know that now. So
reminds me of nature a little bit too. The way it comes off, the smell kind of feels like a crisp morning in late spring, early summer.
I like that. I like that a lot. And so, for anybody watching who's in a relationship, there are these things called love languages, right? And one of the love languages is acts of service. And that's my love language. So I show people that I love them, and I feel loved by people doing, helping out with chores, just doing things for the other person. And so essential oils is a great way for me to do that. If I see that Petey's having a bad day, I know I can go and I can get my diffuser and put in the lemongrass for him, and that's going to be a way for me to show him that I love him. And so it's just kind of cool to think about these oils are about so much more than just a smell or anything like that. So, we knew that, so we like the essential oils, right? What was your first reaction when I told you that I had signed up to be not just a customer, but a wellness advocate? First reaction, it's okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, so why the oh shit?
Well, it's a commitment, for one. I mean, it really is. It's almost a job in a sense.
Yeah, it is a job. So, a little bit of fear?
Yeah, you could say that.
A little bit of okay, at first I was skeptical about the oils, now I'm skeptical about the business a little bit.
Yeah, it's all right, we figured out that the oils are cool and everything's working, but holy shit, that's a whole nother ball game to jump in and be one of the reps and an advocate.
So what, you did what? When I signed up to be a wellness advocate.
Yeah.
When I signed up to do what I'm doing now with Elena and Gabby Bernstein at Spirit Junkie Level 1. So now what are you thinking? Now that it's been, I'll have been a wellness advocate for a year in June. What are your thoughts now seeing the process?
Oh, just what I see you doing for not just myself individually, but family members, friends, people that are purchasing oils. It's amazing what you're doing. You're providing relief for these people without, a pharmaceutical, going to a doctor, kind of an all natural way, which is, it's great. People are excited. I'm excited. It just seems like, you're helping people, which is the ultimate goal in life, is to provide help for people and keep yourself balanced and moving forward.
Aw, thanks, babe. I appreciate that. He knew that question was coming, but we didn't rehearse the answers really. So
on the spot a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. That really is the intention of all of this, right? Is to be able to bring healing to others. That's if, there's one title I wanted to really fulfill in life, it's healer. And so it's great that you on your own just totally see how doTERRA aligns with that mission and aligns with that purpose and those values.
Absolutely.
Yay. So are there any other doTERRA products that you're wow, I'm surprised that I'm using this and I'm loving it, and you guys should know that from this perspective, we like it too?
Well, as you can see by my floating locks, we use the shampoo and conditioner, and holy shit, for me, somebody who 5 hours into a day, my hair looks greasy after washing it, I can use the doTERRA shampoo and get through a 24-hour period with some non-greasy hair. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, and it smells good too, right? It's totally both genders totally smells good.
Yeah, usually the shampoo I have to use to keep my hair from greasy kind of smells like a chemical.
Yeah. Mom says the On Guard concentrate. Do you like the On Guard cleaner that we use?
Oh, the cleaner's great. Absolutely. I mean, the amount that you have to use to do some cleaning is ridiculous compared to what you see for your dollar store or your Walmart cleaners. And, you're not worrying about, oh, shit, if I spill a little bit, if the dog licks it up, am I going to have to go to the vet? Or if I have kids and I spill a little bit, oh, fuck, we're screwed.
Yeah, love it. So, Petey, the oils that you have decided are on sale for wholesale prices this week are, of course, a eucalyptus.
Yeah.
So eucalyptus will be on sale wholesale this week.
The game changer.
So I'm actually putting my order in on Wednesday. So if you plan on ordering with this batch of oils, let me know. So any oil, if you're not a wholesale customer, is going to be the retail price, except for these oils that we are showing you now. Those will be available for wholesale prices. I'll make a post making that really clear, and so you can see what the wholesale price would be. So a eucalyptus, again, will be the first one, the oil that changed it all for Petey.
Oh, yeah.
The lemongrass, Petey's favorite scent. If you love your home to smell like Petey was saying, like a spring morning and really clean, this is a great oil. And it's also really good for detox. It helps the liver detox. It helps just the system detox. And it is amazing. And so combining it also with lime or bergamot, a really beautiful scent. Petey's doing y'all a huge favor with the On Guard. So the On Guard, the 15 milliliter oil will be on sale. And if you're worried about that spring, summer cold season, or you get really bad allergies, definitely consider the On Guard. And then we have the peppermint. Peppermint will be on sale. Another great must-have. Also really good to cook with chocolate.
Yes, it is. Provides a great Christmas chocolate.
And then which one of these, Petey, which one are you thinking you want for the 5th one on sale?
Out of these?
Yep.
That one.
Okay, and so then Petey has chose. Oh, Judy, hey girl. I'll talk about the On Guard again a little in just a second. So the 5th one is the deep blue. And so Petey's chosen this 5 milliliter oil to be on sale. And we'll also go ahead. I know some people were bummed that they missed out on the BOGOs. So we'll go ahead and we'll make both the 5 milliliter and the rub for wholesale price. So if you have chronic pain or you're an athlete and you're sore from working out, you take advantage of us putting these on wholesale prices for the next couple days. Okay, so Judy. So the On Guard, Okay, so basically if you have sinuses or allergies, I recommend going ahead. So like the eucalyptus is going to be on sale the next few days, so you might want to just go with the eucalyptus or with the Breathe blend. The Breathe blend is also amazing for sinuses. So the On Guard is what's going to support your immune system. That's when, you know, the allergy and sinus season comes in and takes a wreck on your immune system. This is going to help build it up and keep it stronger and prevent you from getting sick. It has a little bit of a eucalyptus in it, so it will help with the clearing a little bit. There's also the rosemary, which helps like clear out as well. So you would use the On Guard. You would want to either diffuse it. Diffusing it helps it get into the air of your home and disinfect things around the home. You could use it topically. So PD and I are a big fan of like rubbing it all over our chest and the bottoms of our feet at night. Absolutely. So you would dilute it with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and just rub it all over the chest and on the bottoms of the feet. Just kind of like the same way you would use Vicks, right? Yeah. So if you use Vicks and you're just like, I'm tired of using Vicks and all the chemicals that I don't know are in it, you would use the On Guard and the Breathe to replace that sensation and that effects of it. So that is how you would use the On Guard. And you can also use it internally, but clove, in my opinion, is not the best taste. So I've actually started using the veggie capsules. So you can create your own little internal flu bombs, On Guard tablets, all that good stuff. So there's so many different ways. Yes, you can get the fractionated coconut oil through me as well. doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil is really high quality. There's no scent at all. It does not clog your pores or make your skin oily. And so what I've been doing is I've been using the Slim and Sassy, the metabolic blend every day. And so I'll put 4 drops of that, and I've started adding just a drop or 2 of the fractionated coconut oil to just get the health benefits of that and to just like help my body process and use the oils to its best ability. Yeah. Was there anything else you had, Petey?
I'm just glad I could share what's my story and what's been helping me, and hopefully convince other people who are skeptics like I was to really jump on board and give it a shot, because it does work. It really does work.
Yay. I appreciate that. So if you have any questions about any of these oils at all or about Petey's experience, just reach out to us. Let us know. If you know somebody who's a skeptic, share this video with them, invite them into the group, have them watch it and hear from somebody who's on the same exact page as them and how life is now and what they're experiencing now.
For sure.
Do you do an online party or hostess program? So basically what I do, Judy, is I wish that there was a setup like that through doTERRA where like people could have a party and earn oils. There isn't a setup like that right now, at least. So just each week or each month, I'll come on and choose a couple of oils for people to get at the wholesale price as a way for them to start to like build their oil collection, get to know the oils before they take the plunge and become either a wholesale customer or wellness advocate themselves. And so then you just like comment on the photo in here what you're buying. I send you my PayPal link and you pay me through PayPal, and then I ship it off to you. So that's kind of how it works. But yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if you have other questions on that, Judy. So, anything else? We're good to go?
No, I think we're good to go.
Alrighty, you guys. Again, keep those questions coming if you have them. This has been so much fun. Thank you all so much for watching and for hanging out with us this morning, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Take care.